Hey, what's up, YouTube community? 1K, woo! So cool, so cool. Who knew I'd be able to get here? Um, it's still a process to get monetized, but I'm not. Honestly, I don't really care about getting monetized right now. I care about being able to post my quotes and being able to talk with you guys in a much more broad way. Like I don't have to like make these extravagant videos every single time that I want to talk to you guys, and that's what I care the most about. I can just post my quotes. If you don't see my quotes on Instagram, I can just post those. Uh, yes, Michelle, I got your email. I didn't have a whole lot of time to read it though, so I'll go through it. Um, Shay, thank you, Shay. I appreciate you. Let's see who else is in the room. Chris Nell, thank you for being here. If you guys have any questions, let me know. So a whole bunch of different things I'm going to be doing here pretty soon, launching a workbook, launching a course, and also launching group coaching. So the group coaching will be kind of like this format where I will be answering questions, but each week we're going to have a topic that we're going to be covering. Something that's growth promoting, because I'm all about growth. Your romantic relationship is a very small part of your life. It should be, and if it's not, that means you have to really restructure your will of life, like Tony Robbins talks about. You have to really restructure and look at that differently, because you should never fall that far out of balance in life, or else your happiness will be completely dependent on somebody else, something external, and it's not coming from within. And it's all about coming from within. You have to be able to find an internal passion, that internal light that is going to ultimately be your purpose for waking up every day. Because if your purpose waking up at this moment is somebody else, the instant that that person leaves your life or changes the term or the relationship, your purpose will be no more. And then your purpose will be how to get that person back. Isn't that strange how that works? Well, anyway, if you guys are in here and you want you have some questions for me, I would be much obliged to answer those. Like I said, I'm just really waiting on this monetization review to go through. It shouldn't take too long. I don't know why it would, but COVID and the coronas is definitely delaying things. If you guys are interested in my coaching groups, you can send me an email at fruitfulseeds.com to kind of be one of the early people to sign up, and then we can also set those coaching groups for a certain time of the week. And I know a lot of people are from different time zones, so I'd be able to help with that also. Help with being able to set up at the best time. What's up, AJ? What's up, brother? Hey, that's my brother from another mother, all the way from St. Louis. That's my hometown. Yeah, I hope so too, because if you're not somebody that browses Instagram, or I even started making TikTok content, but that's kind of like, I don't know. I don't really put a whole lot of stock in TikTok. I know there are people out here that's other coaches and other people, content creators that are telling me to push to TikTok a lot, but I don't know. I really care about, like, this is my home base. YouTube is my home base. Instagram was my home base, but it's starting to like shift over. Because I honestly feel like the way that Instagram is, my reach it's so small on Instagram now because you have to pay for everything. And I'm just going all down the wrong path there. So any of you guys have any questions, let me know. You're in here, I'm in here. It's been about a week or so since I've done a live session. So I thought it was time, and it was overdue. And the 1K is a reality now. Cynthia, boom, welcome. I know you've always been in like some kind of work meeting, or you had something going on, so it's good to have you in here, and it's good to see you in the community still. My ex, who I saw for 5 years, texts me every Saturday night. The day we always saw each other for a chat. He was emotionally unavailable, don't know what he wants. I would say the quicker you get that clarity, the quicker you can get out of that limbo. Ask him. Ask him to get together. If he backs off and feels too overwhelmed, then that's on him. Because here's the thing, like when you're dealing with somebody that's emotionally unavailable, it feels like pressure when, you know, if you think about a tug of war match, if you're trying to pull them over to your area, that's pressure. But if they're pulling, you know, with like a text or something, that means they're pulling towards them. So if they reject you, you don't have to feel bad for getting rejected because you're just trying to get clarity. That's what you want to do. So I hope that helped. Hello, I'm an FA dealing with a DA. We are in limited communication as we trigger each other. He's currently not initiating contact, but he will respond when I message him. Is that a positive sign? It is a positive sign, but I would say don't waste too much time tiptoeing around. I like to use the swimming pool. You know, if you tiptoe around the swimming pool too long, eventually you're going to get sunburned. So you don't want to waste too much time texting him. You want to meet up with him, see him in person, see if he's willing to do that. Because I feel like like I said before, the quicker you can get clarity on what's happening, the easier life will be. Like you'll live in a less anxious state because once fearful, avoidant anxiety gets triggered, they'll live in that until they start to dissociate and detach from the person or activate their deactivating strategy, which they do subconsciously. Thanks, Melissa. It is a positive sign if he's responding, though. That means the turtle hasn't completely went back in the shell. Hey, Adventure. What's your name? L's Adventure. Velocity High. You have any questions, Velocity? Jade. Oh, where's my pen? I don't have a pen. Hopefully I can remember that. Jaden, it's nice to meet you. Did I write it down? I thought it. I did. Aaliyah. I did. I don't know how I did that. It's good to see you again, Aaliyah. Jaden. Okay, so let me see what the question is. I don't see one. Adventures, I don't see a question here. He misses me before he met me. Before and after we met, I asked about our relationship status. He didn't reply to me. So that feels like pressure. You're asking him for a relationship status, and you kind of got to wait till you get back into their walls because you're still, right now, you're still kind of like in that testing water. So I don't know if you guys ever heard of Mark Knapp's stages of relationship development, but there are 10 stages in a relationship. And the first 5 phases are the coming together phases. And they will keep you in that stage 2 to 3 for a long time before they are able to like feel comfortable enough to get you to stage 4. And, 5, once they get to 5, that's when they start to flee. And that's when they really start to deactivate because it feels, which is the bonding phase. That's when they start to feel the most pressure and the most stressed out about having to act a certain way and show up a certain way when they have to, join their lives with somebody. My ex, he told me he misses me before we met. So that feels like Michelle. I finally broke up with my DA, Cynthia. We went 2 weeks without speaking. When I reached out, he was very positive and admitted he missed me, but refused to work on making things better. So there's the thing, like it's people grow on their own terms, at different stages in their life. It's really frustrating when we're at a certain point in our journey And we want that other person to join us. When they don't do it, when they're not willing to take the initiative, it gets very frustrating. So you have to be patient. I can remember watching and I watched like 2 or 3 episodes of Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I can remember that, Kanye West was he got into it with Kim. She posted something on social media, and Kanye didn't agree with it, and he was like, uh, this isn't how I want my wife to act. I don't want my wife to be like this, to be like that. And she shut it down. She was like, listen, just because you're at that point in your journey, that doesn't mean I'm there. Like you can't uh, cut me down and get mad at me for being who I always been. Like, just because you're there doesn't mean I want to be there. Like, I'm ready to be there. I'm like, yeah, that's true. Because he's at a different point in his journey, and he wants to let everybody. He wants to pull somebody that trying to change somebody that has always been that way, and that's what actually attracted him to her in the first place. E Moore. Hey E, I'm an FA or AP, not sure, trying to get back with DA, but toward the end I was really anxious and all over the place emotionally. Now it's no contact. What's the next, if any? Hey E, so how long have you been in no contact? How long have you not communicated with the person? No, the more I say no contact, it just sounds dirty. It sounds like manipulation all day. I should probably say, yeah, so instead of no contact, I went into self-discovery. Ooh, that's a lot better. I should probably write that down. Instead of contacting him more, I went into self-discovery, because that's what you really should be doing when you're doing no contact. You should be in self-discovery, personal development, working on healing, working on moving past. XSFA is the female DA. We were in 3 months and little no contact. Actually, I heard a text. Hold on, it's moving way faster. I'm sorry. How do I know when she's ready to have a talk about us? Once a day. Um, I would say really try to, do the text for about 3 weeks to a month, but then try to get her in person, and then just kind of feel it out. And I would not try to talk about the relationship at least for a couple months. If you're okay with being that patient, because it's going to feel like more pressure, and it's going to feel like uh, you have to build that friendship back up and that connection, because you got to, when they're in no contact, they're detaching from you. Uh, they're deactivating from you. So you have to be able to get them back to that warm state, that lukewarm state, before you even want to address or discuss any type of form of a relationship. I've gone 6 weeks before with him. Okay. Well, if you're in no contact, hey E, if you're in no contact for 2 weeks, I would still wait out more. And it sounds like you're in that same dance, that song and dance that the anxious and avoidance do. And it's a really tough spot to be in if you're the anxious person, because you're just basically begging for attention, and you're craving that connection and that intimacy, but you're going to have to um, be patient. And then here's the thing, like, the next time you do this, you can't re-engage the same way that you've done before. You can't just go back to being in a relationship. Like, you have to be able to set your boundaries in your relationship. Like, you have to be able to set your boundaries in you got to negotiate for yourself what you actually want out of this relationship. Kind of take back the driver's seat. Hey, you're welcome, Philosophy. 5 weeks no contact with DA, doing my healing work and feeling great, but not today. Experiencing a lot of longing. Yes. So, Shay, there is going to be, and I like to tell people, it's going to be hills and valleys. There are going to be days where you feel on top of the world, like you're completely over them. And then you're going to go down in the valley one day and be at your lowest of lows and really long for that connection again. But be patient, because after a while, those valleys are going to be far and few. Only text. Yeah, so that's too much. That's too intimate for you to try to see him in person right away, especially if he broke up with you. Yeah, you can get back with a dismissive if you've acted a little crazy, but you're going to have to be consistent, and you're going to have to prove to him that you're a little emotional, you're emotionally stable. Because I feel like people think that men are supposed to be able to withstand so much when we're human too. Like, we get a little bit overwhelmed by uh, people who show up unstable. All right, AJ, I'll see you soon, bro. So you can't get them back. You just got to be able to just really regulate yourself, regulate your emotions. Duration of no contact is 90 days with the DA, right? Correct. That's very open though, because it all depends on how dismissive this person is and how much trauma they've experienced, whatever it was that made them deactivate. It could have been something that was a real trigger, where they didn't feel safe. So it could be anywhere between 1 month to 3 months before they're ready to actually show back up in your life again. All right, I think that's all the time I got here, people. Aaliyah finally replied after I expressed vulnerability for the first time. Really, he ignored the fallout we had in life, heartedly said, "We're still friends," and he hoped I was well. I'm so confused. What to do now? If he's offering you friendship, that's cool. But then you have to ask yourself, what is it that you want? Like, you have to be able to negotiate for yourself. Are you okay with just being friends? Like, mentally, can you withstand just being friends with him? With the option of being in a relationship again, because that may never come. So you have to ask yourself, like, am I okay with being in the friend zone, or do you want to have more? And I'm not telling you to protest, because there's a big difference between protesting and um, negotiating for yourself. Because protesting is like a manipulation where you're trying to pull that person closer by pretending like you're leaving, or pretending like you don't want to be uh, friends with them, just to get them to act a certain way. But negotiating is being able to walk away and knowing that, stating what you want and being able to walk away and actually meaning it. Well, you're never in a relationship. Oh, so you guys are just dating. Okay, so if the wheels fell off, within the first 90 days, you know who a person is. 90 days, 3 months to 4 months is when you know who a person truly is. And if you guys were just dating, that's really early to have something fall apart. Like, that means the foundation there isn't strong. He didn't break up, just got distant by taking longer and longer to get back to me. Never initiated text. Too triggering. Lots of work on myself for learning about Diaz, but I can show him. Okay, well, if you guys didn't have a real authentic breakup, then I would say just continue to be constant, and to continue to show up safe, in a safe way, not threatening, not protesting, not angry. Really work on regulating yourself emotionally. I set my boundaries with him after his back and forth behavior. Broke up with him. Avoidance side is now activated. But I still care for him, and he says he cares for me. Good baby. Well, that's a wow. That's a year and a half. Isn't something that you want to throw away right away. So I understand. My ex is an AP, and now she's on rebound. She met on, he's a different country though. Contact for 27 days. Do you think she would reach out sooner? If she's an AP, that's a tough one, because they really connect. They really link up hard with the person that they get into the rebound with. And it's just an attempt to try to, like, bury all those feelings and stuff that they had from you. Um, and it also depends how long ago she checked out, because women, they check out way longer than before men even know, way longer before men even uh, realize that their woman has been checked out. She's haven't showed them affection. She haven't been willing to go on dates. She haven't done any of that for quite a while now. And then we're confused, like we're dumbfounded when she's like, "Yep, no, we're going to end this thing." Dating for a year, that's a really long time to date and not, um, because you got to think about it. The most precious thing you can give somebody in your life is your time. All right. How much more time are you willing to donate to him? Because you never get it back. You know, donations is just that. You don't get it back. Um, or you can donate anonymously, and and not need any pats on the back for it. Should I text him? I took him off of my friends list on Snapchat. Yeah, see, that's major protesting, and that's stuff that looks very unstable to people who are dismissive or any type of avoidant. That looks dismissive. That means you're not emotionally regulating. Um, I would say just let it be for now. Don't add them back right away. I relapse. Yeah, that's gonna happen. I understand. Not beating you up. I'm not Jamaican. I just like Bob Marley. I like Bob Marley for um, his philosophy. He is very woke, and his music is very soothing. And that rhythm, the reggaeton rhythm, is just, it's unmatched when it comes to like vibes and healing. If you ask me, I gotta go. 1K. Whoop, whoop. Thank you guys for stopping in. And my next video, I probably will be doing something about no contact and a dismissive, kind of what they're thinking about during no contact, or what I've learned from what they think during no contact, what they're feeling. So that will be the next video. Thank you guys for enjoying this Sunday with me. If it's Sunday wherever you're at, because I know I got somebody from Australia. I think it may be like Tuesday there. So thank you guys for stopping through, and I appreciate you big time. Thank you for helping me reach 1K. It means a lot. I didn't think it would happen that quickly, but it happened within like 3 months, which is insane. Says a lot about how you guys feel about me and the type of content that I'm putting out. So thank you again. So 5 p.m. in Nigeria on a Sunday, right? Till next time, guys.